what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Been a long time. Been busy doing a lot of life stuff. Been doing a lot of Evo stuff, a lot of CELICA GTS Turbo. You guys just saw the FRS back out, needs some love. Got a big old dent on the fender there. I can't wait to fix that. We're gonna get back on the 2000 Toyota MR2 Spyder 2zz swap, 6-speed manual transmission, turbokits.com turboed, rear-wheel drive, amazing car. Here it is back here. Got a lot of issues with it. What's going on with the MR2 is just a ton of stuff, to be honest. One of the biggest things that we have on here is that the headlights need repolished, but it's not running. And the reason it's not running, it was running okay and then not very good, I think, is because my OEM wire harness, which I've had forever, I mean, it's from the year 2000, I think it's worn out. So I went on, did a lot of research, and was able to finally source an OEM harness right here. And so today, we're gonna use all of our time today to pretty much remove the old one. I'm gonna show you guys how to do it and install the new one. And there is an oil leak and a coolant leak, so I might fix those two and see if we can get a startup on this to hopefully getting this running again. And I would like to do a compression test too. So we're gonna try our best to get this old hunk of junk running again. Start by, I think I'm just gonna get the charge piping out of the way. So we're gonna do the intake there. We're gonna remove the battery. We're gonna remove the LOTUS cover, and I'll also remove the intake here so that we have room to get there. There are only a few wires that are on the underside. It's mostly just all up against that firewall, which is frustrating, but it is what it is. So let's remove, remove, and remove, and remove. We've gotten the LOTUS valve cover off, pretty cool. I got really nice coil packs, Denzo's, like brand new ones in there. I forgot to put those in there. New plug, new everything. This car, this is ready to go. We took that off. I took off the intake, which is just a giant 3-inch floppy metal, not floppy, but intake into that little side right there. Do you guys look at that? Do you guys see that? I don't know if you know this. It's actually ram air. That's so cool. So from that scoop, air goes into here, down into the turbo, into the 2zz, out the exhaust. Super simple, no intercooler. It is what it is. I also pulled off this part of the charge pipe that goes into the intake. I pulled out the battery. We are now ready to start unclipping stuff. I think I'm just gonna start from this angle. So there's the wire harness right there. It's pretty easy to trace, but we're just gonna pull it off this way. I believe that I always start with where the alternator is and then work your way up this side and then lay it on that way. So let's do that. As you guys can see, this thing is just beat. Look at that, I'm actually missing some lines there. It's just worn. It's hot, cold for many, many years. I mean, it'd be a good idea almost to go buy a factory brand new one, but I got a factory used one. So we'll try that one to make sure, hopefully it works. So let's start pulling these off, clip, 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 and be on our way. So many hours later, so a huge undertaking. I mean, probably, gosh, it's difficult. One, you get your hands all dirty. I just cleaned all my hands, but they were really dirty. Two, it's all over the entire harness, the engine bay, it's like all over it, and it actually goes in. So if you're gonna do this too to replace yours, why would you do this? I have no idea. Maybe you need a new one. You do have to remove the engine bay plastic. The MR2 runs on that Apex Power FC right there, and then there's the MWR, the green, and then the connector. So that allows it. Those wiring, the extra wires are there, are for the AEM methanol. You unplug back in there, there's a couple plugs there, then you can yank it back out through that hole right there. See that hole? And you pull it out through here, up through here, and you're gonna have to move some of the coolant lines, and then you actually have to unhook it from the fuse box too. Very complicated. And then you have to do the top. So again, I started from the bottom over here, which is the alternator-ish area, and unhook those, followed with the fuel injectors, followed with the coil packs, then the oil sensors, then we went down and did the starter, and once the starter was removed, we went back up to the front, disconnected those, disconnected all the O2s, and then disconnected it from the fuse, and it was able to come out right through here. So we're gonna put the new one, or new used one, and lay it down right in there. Let's grab this new used one and then kind of line them up, and I'm gonna show you guys where the issues from the new one and why I bought the new one versus the old one. Okay, things that I'm quite worried about. I think that I might have got scammed on accident, or he knew. This is not good. I think this is an SMT, not a manual transmission. Uh-oh. Here's the deal. Let's trace it back. This right here, I think, is for the SMT. So that's like, it's a automatic, but it pretends like it's a manual. Oh no! And then here to go into the wire, the ECU, just like these. See how that matches? And then this comes off here. It might still work. You guys can see this in this wire patch here, but there's so much more on this that I think. Ooh, I'm kind of worried now. I don't think it'll work. Also, there's an additional plug here. Yeah, there's so many more plugs in the manual one. Okay, and that runs there. And then we run up here. We have the, yep, this matches. And then let's look over here. That matches. Then we go to the O2s. Okay, and the ground, the O2 with the ground. Okay, here's the starter. This is the starter. There's a starter. And then there's another one that splits off there too. And then it runs up and back to it. Huh. We can try it and see if it works. But yeah, I think, I literally made a big deal saying that this has to be the manual transmission. And the manual transmission harnesses are worth more money, obviously, because a lot of people are 2zz swapping these. Pretty frustrating. We'll see. Okay, let's talk about some things. So as I was removing it, this is gonna be the oil right here, the oil pressure. Look at this one, here it is. So mine, I snapped it, and then this clip broke, which is frustrating. Because he said none of the clips are broken. O2, I believe. Another O2, I believe. A ground and a ground. And then these are all the injectors. This will be the mass airflow sensor connector. That's the mass airflow sensor connector. Can you guys see those? That's these ones right here. Right there. I know it's kind of confusing. Okay. Yeah, it might work. Who knows? We're gonna try. That's frustrating. Dang, I might have to order a new one. That's frustrating because I think I spent $200 on that one. This sucks. Okay, you ready for this? I said, how much for the engine wire harness? The guy said, Nick. He said 200. I said, manual transmission engine harness, not SMT, correct? He said, yes, manual. I also have the manual transmission if you want one too. I said, how much? He said, 600 for the transmission and harness. I said, I just want the harness. And he said, I had 100 or 90,000 miles on the car. I said, I'll pick up the harness tomorrow. I went back and forth with him, and then he said, you know, 200 bucks. So I gave him $200 for this harness. Okay? God dang, this sucks. I worked on the MR2 for so long. I got scammed. I got ripped off. Oh well. Scam is such a funny word. Everyone likes to use it. Okay, so a little learning lesson. We are gonna do the manual transmission right here. So that's the manual transmission, which is the one I have right there. And then the one next to it's gonna be the SMT, which if you guys don't know, it's an automatic, but it shifts. So you have to actually shift it. Here is the key takeaway. In that, there's this little chunky thing right there. Okay? Ah, sucks. There's a lot of work. And now I can't get my MR2 running. I want to play with my MR2. It's so fun. So right here, this is it. This is the issue. This, and it is a huge hunk. Right here, this doesn't have that. And so, you know, even probably if you look at these plugs, they're probably not the same. They're not. This feels way thicker and has way more. So let's look at all the pins in there, and then all the pins in there. Yes, this is actually missing pins that this one has. Nah, it's so frustrating. Wasted 200 bucks. What are we gonna do? That sucks. So, you know, I could spend the time to install to see if it works. I'm gonna do a little research. It's not gonna work. It just doesn't work. It's too many different wires. There has to be something. I mean, if that is just for the manual transmission side, then yeah. But let's look here. I'm feeling like there is a different connector for it. So, and one of the things is, I don't know if this one's just lighter and then mine's just darker overall. But yeah, definitely need a new one. Gosh, that is so frustrating. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I am gonna put the car back together. I'm gonna put the car back together. And yeah, put the car back together. See if this one will fit. And let me do a little research and then probably wrap up this video. I just failed, guy. I was so excited to get this thing started. I wanted to hear the boost noise. I miss this car. It's summertime, it's weather. Again, the wire harness on my other one is all just yanked out. It's crap. So, on the old one. That is a huge issue, and there's been shorts with it. That's totally what it is. So we'll put that in there. Once I get that one, I'm also gonna get my battery charged because it's been dead for a long time. And yeah, let me see where we go from here. I need to give a quick shout out to a sponsor part of this video. This is going to be, I think the name, and I'll have them linked below, is Zhang Shang to be better. What these are gas struts for your rear deck lid. It's a cool little kit. Comes with instructions that are printed out, like all my stuff on MITSUBISHI.com comes with instructions. Here's a package of the contents. It shows you guys step by step, 1, 2. I think there's just 4. No, there's just 2 steps, and you get the results of the rear deck lid with struts. I already had one, so I've had these for a long time, but I need to give them a shout out. My struts went out, so we're gonna use their new struts, nice, right here, with my old brackets. This is a very cool mod that you must do. Instead of having that little prop stand right here, you can do that. So to put these are really easy to install. All you gotta do is literally pull this click here. If you already have them installed, which you probably won't. This comes out, this little pin, and then the same with this one right here. This little pin down here, it'll come out. Once you get the little pins out like that, the actual strut, you can just kind of bang it out like that, and the strut's out. So there you go. So that's super simple. Here are mine that are worn. So now we're gonna go over with the carbon fiber one. Nice, right here. And on this one, we're actually gonna do it a little bit, the gasless strut's gonna go the opposite way. So let me pull the pin out, put the pin in here. And if you guys don't have these struts, the little bracket mounts, see I have the aluminum ones. They came with, here's a little kit it comes with, right here. This is theirs. Pretty cool. Thank you so much for the sponsor. Really easy to install. I'm gonna use my original brackets that I have, and you just push that one on there like that. Push this clip back in, and then you call it a day. So you push that clip right there. Let's slide that guy in there. Now it's locked, and now we have the new struts. Oh yeah, see the other ones wore out. They wouldn't hold like that. These ones are holding, and it's slowly closing. Oh, that's so much better. Very nice. Yep, there you go. Cool. So thank you so much for the sponsorship. I really do I really do enjoy having good sponsors that give me good products and not buying secondhand wire harness. So make sure to swing by, grab some of theirs. If you don't, this is one of the easiest mods. I do it on like 90% of my cars. It's cool in the MR2 too when you go to a car show and you have these right here. And I know people have asked for these before. So swing by their website. They'll be linked below, swingbymitsubishi.com. And let me start cleaning up the MR2. All right, we're just gonna leave the MR2. I really wanted to bring it back on the channel, but it is what it is. I'll get it going again. Things also that I need to do, I also need to polish the headlights. It needs new tires. It needs a tune, all my cars. Oh, they always need tunes. It's hard to get tunes on 2ZZs. I do want to drive it though, and because it's summertime. So I'll try to get a wire harness as soon as possible. We did the new rear struts, nice. I got a lot of other things I need. Oh, I got new seat covers for them because it has the OEM seats, but the OEM driver seat's worn out. So I got a new seat cover that was sponsored, and I'm gonna install that too for you guys. And yeah, we're just gonna get back on the street. It does have the TRD transmission on it, which is with an LSD. It's good with the LSD, but one of the things that I noticed is it's really tall. So make sure if you're wanting like quick short shifts, instead of like the long Supra feel, if you've driven a Mark IV Supra, the gears are forever. That's why like you see them and when they do a pull, it's like, you know, super, it's not like bam, 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 which is kind of fun with the CELICA's like bam, bam, bam. This is now like, second gear goes like 75. So it's kind of different. But we're gonna go ahead and I'll get it running again. Let's get a new wire harness. We're gonna have to do a compression check, make sure it's going again, but I wanna get back on the road ASAP. And if I can't get it going again or something's wrong with it, maybe I'll yank the 2zz out and get a new one and then do a NA build instead of a turbo build on the MR2. Because these cars, the 2zz NA, perfect, the best. So good, so good. That's good with the turbo, it is. But the 2zz NA on an MR2 rear-wheel drive, so good. It's just one of the things with the turbo, my experience with it is without an intercooler, it doesn't run as fast as you'd want it to. And again, you can get a really good base map on a 2zz NA from Monkey Wrench. The 2zz Turbo from Monkey Wrench, kind of like on the base map without having an actual tuner on it. You know, it's good, it's okay. Lift crossover could be a little bit smoother. So make sure to like, subscribe. Glad I got the car back on the channel. It's an amazing car. One of my favorite platforms of all time. I've had this car for like 20 years. And I love it till this day. It still looks amazing. Like, subscribe. I also got a little mod for the the CELICA that we're going to be doing soon. Tiny little one's going to be available on MITSUBISHI.com. And I'm going to go for the drive in the CELICA right now. Like, subscribe. See you guys next video.